Well, hello, my valued listeners, and welcome back to another episode of Living in Your Power. I'm your host, Dr. Marlene Greenleaf, and today we're wrapping up our July series, Freedom to Flourish, Breaking Free, Showing Up, and Blooming Boldly. Now, this final episode is entitled Flourish to Purpose, Living with Bold Joy and Unshakable Faith. But before we move into this episode, I want to give you a reminder on embracing growth in every season. Now, we all love the idea of growth until it requires us to leave what's familiar. Blooming boldly means stepping outside of your comfort zone and allowing God to stretch you, prune you, and prepare you for more. It means understanding that not every season looks like harvest. Sometimes it's about planting, watering, or resisting. One of the most powerful things you can do is to discern the season you're in. Ask yourself, are you being planted with new dreams? Are you being watered through challenges that strengthen you? Or are you being pruned, letting go of what no longer serves you? Recognizing your season lets you embrace growth instead of resisting it. Now, there were seasons when everything looked dormant. Projects stalled, plans delayed, prayers were unanswered. But those were the times when God was working deepest in me, refining my faith and resilience. And then there were seasons of acceleration. Doors were flying open, dreams were taking shape. And in both, I learned to trust the process. Now, how do you bloom boldly in your season? First, you have to stay rooted. Deepen your faith, values, and self-awareness so external storms don't uproot you. Next, you have to embrace the uncomfortable. Yes, growth doesn't happen in easy places, dear listeners. So lean into the stretch and celebrate. Celebrate again, like I say over and over again. Celebrate progress. Celebrate every bud, every small step, every bit of courage is worth acknowledging. Every bit of it. So, in closing, for our final segment, today we are not just talking about growth. We're talking about thriving intentionally. Because flourishing isn't an accident, dear listeners. Too often, we think joy just happens when everything is perfect. But real joy, bold joy, is something you choose in spite of circumstances. It's rooted in faith, gratitude, and a daily decision to seek the light, even when the world feels heavy. When you flourish on purpose, you don't wait for life to feel easy. You declare, I will show up with joy. I will walk by faith. And I will live aligned with my purpose. Now, joy is a strength. It's what fuels you through the hard days and lifts you in the quiet moments and reminds you who you are in God. Now, faith is what steadies you when the path feels uncertain. It's choosing to trust that even when you can't see the next step, that God is already there. So together, bold joy and unshakable faith makes you unstoppable. Now, in my journey to flourishing on purpose, for a long time, I thought joy had to wait until the dream came through or the goal was reached. But I've learned over the course of the years to celebrate during the journey, to find joy in a quiet morning, a kind word, or a small win, and to keep my faith strong even when answers don't come on my timeline. Now that shift from waiting for joy to choosing it has changed my life. Now here are 3 ways I use to flourish on purpose. And I would love for you to use it this week. Now first I want you to practice gratitude. Write down 3 things you're thankful for every day this week. 3 things. And declare bold affirmations. Speak life over yourself each morning and remind yourself who you are and whose you are. And third, take faith-filled action. Step out on a dream or nudge God's placed on your heart, even if it feels scary. I want to leave you with this empowerment prompt. What does it look like for you to live with bold joy and unshakable faith right now? I'm going to repeat that. What does it look like for you to live with bold joy and unshakable faith right now? I want you to think on that. And I want to thank you for journeying with me through this month of freedom, growth, and bold blossoming. Remember, dear listeners, you don't flourish by accident. You flourish on purpose. So keep living, loving, and leading in your power with joy that can't be shaken and faith that won't be broken. So next month, we'll begin a brand new series that will take your growth even deeper. So stay tuned for more. So until then, dear listeners, I want you to continue to live boldly in your power today. And if it gets tough, just breathe. You still have the strength to rise. I want you to thank you for being here and continue to live in your